Hey everybody, in today's video, I'm going to teach you some extremely deadly ways to overcome objections in the high ticket sales space so that you can convert more people to your offer and make more money. I myself have used these strategies to generate tens of millions of dollars in the high ticket world. I'm the current president of the Elliott Group. We're a 9-figure sales training company that have deployed these techniques all throughout our business. And we've taught thousands of people techniques just like these to scale their income. And so today, you're gonna learn these high ticket sales objections that are gonna help you go right by the smoke screens, right by the objections, right by the friction, and you're gonna be able to convert more people to your offer. So if you want to sell high ticket coaching, online courses, masterminds, events, annual software subscription, agency services, whatever it is, it's gonna cost a lot. It's a premium price, we all know that. It's a premium offer. How do you get over these objections when you're on the phone and get these people to convert? All right, guys, so before we dive into the specific objections, I'm gonna give you tactical ways to handle these all the way through. At the end of this video, you're gonna totally be able to overcome any objection that you get in the high ticket sales space. I guarantee, as long as you study them, as long as you understand this framework. But first, you have to understand the real truths. Most salespeople think that objections are roadblocks. They're not, okay? They're telling you exactly what you need to do to address and close the deal. You just have to be aware and you just have to know what to say. And if you know what to say, you're gonna have the confidence. And when the confidence is there, the conviction is there, you're gonna be able to close the deal. The problem is though, that most salespeople are responding to what prospects are saying instead of what they're actually thinking. We're gonna use sales psychology here so that we can get into the prospect's mind and help them convert on what they really honestly want to do because they've reached out for this. So here's what separates amateurs from professionals. Prospects rarely say what they're actually thinking. Think about that. When you go to buy something, you're not really gonna tell everybody what you're actually going through, what you're actually thinking, what actually brought you there, maybe even what the real objection is. When someone gives you an objection, that's just surface level. They're just telling you something that's surface level. I'm gonna teach you how to overcome that. Your job isn't to argue with what they say, it's to dig deeper and find out what they're really concerned about, what's really going on up here. So if you take these objections, these frameworks, and you study them relentlessly, the next time you talk to a prospect, you're gonna know what they're thinking, and when you say one of these things, it's gonna click in their mind, and they're gonna move forward, and you're gonna be amazed. Listen, I've taught high ticket closers that went from making $5 grand a month to making over $100 grand a month. Listen, you can do it too. I'm a person that generated $1.2 million in income myself my 3rd year in high ticket closing. My first couple years, I was just doing what everybody else was doing. I was just working hard, answering all the phones, but I didn't really put that time and effort into the skill. So as we get into these objections, if I ever talk to you and you study this video and you can't handle any objection that I hit you with, then you don't really know it. And the goal is to really know it. The goal is to really internalize it so that way it's memorized, and then that way you can customize it when you talk to somebody. You're not just gonna spout this objection, but if you don't memorize it, there's no way for you to customize it. Don't go straight to customize. Most salespeople, they go straight to customize and they're saying what they want to say versus what I'm telling you to say. Remember what I'm telling you to say, and then when the customers are objecting, you're gonna be able to get them to move forward. You can add some charisma, you can add some tonality, you can add some customization to it, but you must know the framework in your brain so you can hit it right when you need to and you don't look confused. Let's get into the first one. The agreement plus elevation close. I want you to write this down, okay? The objection is it's a lot of money. How often do you guys hear that? Probably a lot. Here's what your response should be. Totally. Hey, if it was a $47 ebook, I'd be worried if it couldn't solve your problem. Like, just think of that. If it was a $47 ebook, I'd be worried if it couldn't solve your problem. But high-level solutions require high-level investments, Mr. Customer. Let me ask you this. Are you looking for a cheap fix, or are you looking for real transformation that ends this cycle for good? Most people repeat cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle, and they never really break the cycle. And a lot of the times they're band-aiding it with just the quick fix. Do you want to band-aid it with the quick fix, or do you want to fix the cycle for good? What would you like to do? And then you ask them. This affirms the objection, reframes the value, and it elevates the offer. In their mind, they're like, I do repeat those cycles. I do not do this. You're right. So memorize that, and then you can take it a little further. Number 2, the future pain close. This one is so powerful, okay? Let me think about it. How often do you hear that objection? Let me think about it. Here's your response. I get it. Can I just be real with you for a second? If you don't solve this problem now, where will you be in 90 days from now? Same problem, same cycle, right? How about we break that cycle today? Not next week, not next month, not next year. Most people sit in indecision, and it's the reason why they sit in that current pattern, and it's the reason why they continue to experience the same symptoms of sales. If you want the symptom of success, you got to learn to make decisions now. This reaffirms that procrastination is their future pain. That is also what they're going through. We're not lying to them. These are honest closes. Most people sit in procrastination. There's 3 kinds of decisions: a good decision, indecision, and a bad decision. Most people, they just sit in the worst one of all, which is indecision. Listen, a good decision, you know what's to come of that. A bad decision, you actually learn from. It's not that bad. But indecision suffocates your potential. It suffocates your future. You got to be able to convey to them that procrastination right there in their mind, they know that that's what's holding them back, that if they can kill that, that's how they're going to avoid the future pain. Number 3, math of inaction close. This one's amazing, okay? I just can't afford it. You've heard this before. Here's the response. Let me ask you a question. How much is this problem costing you every month? And you could do the math. They're like, well, what do you mean? You're like, okay, well, you're in car sales and the average commission in your store is what? And they say, well, it's $700 a car. And I'm like, okay, how many objections do you think that you miss every single day with customers? How many deals do you think you miss a day? 2. Okay, so this problem that you have, it's $1,400 a day. You make $10,000 a month, is that right? Yeah. Okay, so $1,400 a day times 20 working days. I'm not a mathematician, but that's more than double what you currently make. See, you have not only lost revenue, but you have lost time, lost energy, and lost confidence. What does it feel like when you show up and you don't know how to handle these things? What does it feel like when you don't know how to do this? If we solve this today, it's actually costing you more not to fix it. Do you understand that? By not fixing it today, it's costing you more by sitting where you're currently at versus fixing it. If you fix it, you have a lot more money that you can make up there. But if you don't fix it, you're stuck down here below your potential with an income that you're not proud of. How about we fix it today? What do you think? Turn the cost of ROI. The key is to turn the ROI and make it real. Flip the affordability versus what they're losing not to do it. It's a real cost of inaction by them just playing small and not doing something and not having the skill. Number 4, identity mirror close. This one's good, okay? You've heard this. I need to talk to my spouse. Here's your response. Of course. Real quick question though. If your partner knew this could change your business and your life, do you think that they would say no? Or would they want the best version of you that finally goes all in on your potential? Which type of person would they want? Tap into their identity, tap into their responsibility, tap into their future. Listen, their wife wants to see the best version of them. Their wife wants to see them happy. Their wife wants to see them making more money. They're using the smoke screen because listen, they just don't believe in them. You have to tell them what to think. You have to make them believe. You have to convict them in the words. You also can't let the words just flow out of your mouth. They have to have teeth. You have to hang them on the words. They have to really feel it. They have to believe it. Man, listen, man, if your wife knew that this challenge could save your life and change your family forever, what do you think she would say? Do you think she would say no? No, she'd be happy for you. She'd be wanting you to move forward as long as she knew that you were going to do the work. Is that something you can do? They're going to say yes, and you're going to say perfect. Let's get started now, and let's show them the person that you're becoming by the action that you take today. You got to be able to rattle these closes off, and then when you start being able to rattle them off, you can pull them and make them make sense from each other. You can grab words from the other ones, but you have to remember all of them so that you can grasp the words right when you need them, and then plug those words right into the close and get these customers to say yes, okay? So that's the next level of this. First, memorize it. Second, internalize it. And 3, then you can customize it and make all of those word tracks flow together. They'll just be in your language. They'll be in your DNA and it'll look easy, okay? Number 5, that you've already decided close. Objection. I don't know if this is the right time. How often do we hear that? You might hear it a lot. Can I challenge you on that? And by the way, even if you haven't heard this a lot, listen, there was one time I'm married and I was in church and the pastor's talking about marriage and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I got a great relationship. And I'm like, telling my wife, like, oh, like, I feel like we came to the wrong sermon. And she's like, listen, dude, you're going to need that 2 weeks from now. You're proactively putting some of these things in your life so that you can avoid challenges proactively. Most salespeople are on defense. You have to be on offense. So if you haven't heard all of these objections yet, get ready, they're coming. And you need to be a pro at what you do. Listen, do you want to be great at what you do? Do you want to be legendary at what you do? Or do you just want to be good at what you do? If you're here on this channel, I assure you, you want to be legendary. So memorize every word track so that you can never get caught. Every single piece of them. I'm gonna drop a way for you to get the word track scripts below, and I want you to truly memorize every single one of them. Also in our community, I test you on these. We have a role play day where I will get on with you and test you till you're blue in the face, and that's how we've been able to help some people make the most money, okay? And if that community is something that you wanna join, wait till the end of the video. I'm gonna drop the link to the community, and I'm gonna also drop something else that's gonna blow your mind. So stay till the end of the video. I'm gonna drop all the word tracks. I'll drop the community that you can train in, and we'll get to all that. And it's totally free, but you ain't got to worry about that. Let's watch this video and then you can get to the free stuff in a little bit. Next response, can I challenge that? You knew it was the time before we got on this call. You knew it was the time. Before we got on this call, you'd already made a decision. That's why you showed up. The only thing that is in the way now is fear. And fear is the very thing this program helps you to conquer. Look, if you sit in your fear, it's gonna suffocate your potential and you're never gonna be able to get over this. It's kind of like the boogeyman. You look under the bed, boogeyman disappears. Right now, you know you should be doing this. You've already decided that you want to do this. Don't let this fear conquer your potential. What we're doing here is we're calling out the subconscious commitment that they've already made. They've already made a decision that they do want to do something. They're reaching out. They just need a little bit of courage. Guys, the word encourage is to give somebody courage. We've got to give them some courage. We've got to give them some belief. If you say these word tracks like you're a dead body, like you don't believe, then they're not going to do it. You got to say it with fire, with enthusiasm. You got to believe what's on the other side of this. When I'm selling high ticket, you know why I've been able to sell tens of millions of high ticket is because I know our product changes the world. I know because there's stories of all these different people that I can think of in my mind that were so close to not saying yes. And if I had not gotten them to say yes, some of them wouldn't be alive today. Some of them wouldn't have the families that they have today. You got to know that when these people are on the phone, it is your job to close them. If not, somebody else will or nobody else will, and they won't get to their potential and they won't be able to get your service that ultimately your service helps their life. So you got to take this thing seriously, man, because you're the guide to their transformation. And nothing feels better than guiding somebody to that transformation. You're not selling a product, you're selling transformation. Number 6, the status elevation close. Objection is this: I'm just not sure I'm ready for this level. Okay, here's your response. That's exactly why this is for you. This isn't about just being ready. Nobody's ready. It's about becoming the version of you who plays at this level. And today, you're gonna become that version already today. By taking action, you're already gonna gain momentum. You don't need permission, you just need to rise and watch this level change. See what we did there? It turns insecurity into a reason to say yes. Everybody has this insecurity. You can rise, you're gonna hit this level, you're gonna get the momentum, you're gonna start feeling like you're already on another level. Turn that security into a reason to close, okay? Number 7, invest or repeat close. Objection: I've invested before and it didn't work. So here's your response. You're gonna say, hey man, I respect that, okay? Most people would be too embarrassed to even admit that. Let me ask you, was it the program or was it that you weren't the version of yourself who could execute at that time? Either way, let's end that cycle. You are ready to rewrite that story. I know it, aren't you? Take the failed past investments and turn them into fuel. You are ready. That was the past. Don't let that define your future. Let's move forward. You still got to instill the courage. You still got to instill the belief, people. Don't let them just say that. Crack that old version and rip that sucker out of them, okay? Don't let these words just flow like words. Make them bite, make them hurt. Let them hit them right in the soul and they'll move forward. Number 8, the permission flip close, okay? Objection is this: I'm just not sure I can make this type of investment back. Whew, okay, got you. Here's the response. Let me flip the script. What if the question isn't, can I make this back? But what happens if you never resolve this? What happens if you never act on this? If the outcome is worth 10x the investment, isn't the most affordable risk you can take is to correct a problem that would be in your life forever? Don't just worry about the money. Focus on the quality of life that you currently have by carrying this problem with you. Of course, you're gonna make more money, but most importantly, you're gonna become a better person. And that's your goal. Flip fear of loss into fear of never winning. flip fear of loss into they need to become this person or they're never gonna experience what it's like to not have this problem. If your product solves this person's problem, you got to make them understand that they don't have to live with this problem forever. And most people think that their problems are unique to them. They're not. We all have relatively the same problems until you learn some new information, and then it changes everything. Number 9, the micro commitment close. I'm just scared to go all in. We hear it, okay? Response, I get it. So let's just zoom in real quick, okay? Forget the entire year. Are you willing to give your best for the next 30 days? That's it, 30 days. Let's win the month. From there, you'll never want to go back and you'll become a whole new person. You just need 30 days of winning and seeing that it can happen for you to recreate yourself into the person who isn't scared. Reduce the scope of commitment to increase the conversion. Don't talk about the whole year program. Hey man, let's focus on taking these first couple of steps so you feel that instant ROI, so you feel exactly what's going on in your life, so you really start to believe it. We can even start with a smaller investment. Let's start with a 30-day investment and then we can go from there and watch your life start to change, and then you're gonna be totally committed to going to the next level. Sometimes you gotta go back in order to go forward, okay? Number 10, I'll make you a promise close, okay? Objection. What if it doesn't work for me? This is a great one. A lot of people struggle with this because they're just thinking like, man, maybe it's me, maybe I'm the only one with this problem. Remember, we just said their problems aren't unique to them. We know how to handle this. Your program knows how to handle this. It should, if you're selling something good. So here's your response to that. You're gonna say, fair, I get it. Let me make you a promise. If you show up, if you follow the steps, if you stay accountable, I won't let you fail. But I can't promise results if you don't show up. Are you ready to go all in? Offer certainty, but puts responsibility on the buyer. Hey man, you show up, I'm not gonna let you fail. You show up and do the work, there's no way you're gonna fail. All you have to do is show up and do the work, and ultimately this program is designed for your breakthrough. I got you, man, let's get started. Okay guys, you must remember all of these closes. You must write them down. You must relentlessly study them. And if you do, you're gonna see your income skyrocket, you're gonna see your closing rate skyrocket, and most importantly, you're gonna see your belief bank account skyrocket. And you know the coolest thing about that? Not just making money, you're gonna make more impact. You're gonna become a different person if you can remember these. But also, I wanna teach you this. You must say it with belief. You must have a tonality. Imagine a heartbeat monitor in a hospital. It goes up and then it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up and down. You gotta be like that. Gotta make them lean in. Your words, your communication style. Are you calling standing up? Are you calling smiling? Are you calling with a perspective of love, gratitude, happiness, fun? Or are you just calling to sell? The reason why salespeople have a hard job selling is because they're trying to sell somebody. I'm not trying to sell somebody. I'm trying to guide somebody. I know that they have a desire and it's my job just to solve that desire, and that is what sales is. So if I bring that energy of serving them versus selling them, I typically make money. Okay? Most salespeople are broke because they're running around trying to find money versus getting really good at something, having an internal confidence that speaks for you. And if you can have that and people can see the servant heart in you, you're gonna bulldoze objections. But you have to remember, objections aren't roadblocks, okay? They're just conversations. Your job isn't to overcome objections. It's to understand what's really going on in their head and address specific concerns that they are going through. And if you say these the right way, I'm trying to sell you a new life in high ticket because I know how good it can be. But I've also been next to people who make $50,000 a year in high ticket. I make 1.2, scaling from there, and they're over here making $50,000 a year. I can make $50,000 in a week, they're making $50,000 in a year because they can't get their words right, because they can't get their confidence right, because they can't get their heart right, because they won't study, they won't do the work. Most salespeople don't want to dig deeper because it's uncomfortable. You're a salesperson, you're gonna have to dig deeper. But that's exactly why it works, because you are digging deeper. The magic that you're looking for is in the work that you don't want to do. If you do the work on these objections and you're continuously practicing them, you're gonna see your closing rate skyrocket, okay? Drop a comment below and let me know what objection that you hear most often in your high ticket calls. And if you want more sales training, then like this video, subscribe to this channel, share it to a friend, put that notification bell on, drop your comment below, and you're gonna see that I make a lot of videos just based off what the market is saying. I'd love to make a video for you. And if you wanna practice objections with me live, you can join our community. The link is below. It's free. Join the community, join me. I'll teach you how to handle objections live. You can bring your objections and we'll crush it together.